everyone, Ben Strumpf here from Prodport. In this video, we're going to analyze the product page from the brand Nature Made. We'll take a look at three things: what they're doing well, the tech stack to get them there, and what they could do better, all with an emphasis on e-commerce conversion rate optimization. Before I jump in, let me give a quick background on Nature Made. They're a supplements brand that's been around for over 50 years. They're on Shopify, so we're talking about a very large and older brand on Shopify doing hundreds of millions in revenue per year, and therefore it's a really great brand to take inspiration from on their product page because they're very large, they have thousands of employees, and they put a heavy emphasis and focus on the merchandising and product content across their catalog. Let's go ahead and jump right in. We'll start off by looking at what is Nature Made doing well on their product page from an e-commerce conversion rate optimization perspective. We'll start above the fold in the buy box and go all the way below the fold to the very bottom of the page. Starting above the fold in the buy box, let's look at the most important thing on the product page, the product assets. Nature Made's doing a great job here in really leveraging informative assets to tell a story about the product and, most importantly, give people the information they need. This isn't a shirt or a clothing item, so it's not enough to just show the product. You need to help people understand what's the nutrition, what is this comprised of, what does it do, so on and so on. So really love the use of informative images here in the most important part on your product page. Another aspect of the product page, specifically the buy box, where they're doing really well is the product name, in that it's extremely helpful. Extra strength, fish oil, soft gels, and telling me the amount of milligrams per serving. So really awesome, informative product name here. They're also doing a really great job in the product description and leveraging a best practice to talk about the benefits the products give as opposed to technical features. So overall, really nice above the fold experience. But I really love the below the fold experience. There's a lot of information, which is very important for a supplement, in that if I'm going to put something in my body, I need to make sure it's safe, I understand what it's good for, it's a good brand, so on and so on. And if you look below the fold, there's really a plethora of product information to help someone get whatever information they need to help them make a decision about this supplement. But what I love best is that the majority of it is put into these different accordions. So yes, there's a lot of information, but it's not overwhelming, and I can quickly drill into what's relevant to me as a shopper. Also really love the compare with similar products here. They're using product relationships really well below the fold. They start off in the exact same type of product in terms of fish oil, but showing different quantities, pack sizes, and different, a gummy versus a smaller pill, so on and so on. Social proof is extremely important. Love that they're featuring a review here. And then this is one of the best parts, I'd say, of the product page, in that they're pulling in extremely helpful content to help people understand why it's important to take this supplement. FAQs are awesome to see for any product, especially a supplement. Product reviews and social proof absolutely needed. And then again, as you get further down the page, and the thought process here is like, okay, we've really talked about this product. They made it to the bottom. Maybe they don't want this product. So we're giving product recommendations, also surfacing what I've also recently viewed. So really nice, just top to bottom product experience that, again, thematically, like I said, what they're doing extremely well is giving a plethora of information, which is needed when you're determining to take a supplement or not. Now let's go ahead and transition and look at what is the tech stack enabling this very nice product page experience. You'll see here on the slide, this is not an exhaustive list of everything that Nature Made has on their e-commerce site, but it's just meant to give a representative of some of the key tech components that are enabling this very nice product page experience. So they're on Shopify. They use Klaviyo for a CDP and email marketing. I really want to focus on this column. So these are more CRO specific tools. VWO is a testing tool. Upsell It is website personalization and cart abandonment. And then Algolia is personalized search and just advanced search. But the point is, they're testing, they're personalizing, they're understanding what customers are doing. And I don't think it's not a coincidence that you're seeing these informative assets. They're likely converting extremely well, and they're in a certain order because they're telling a certain story. And they have this advanced tech stack to give them that data. And then they have an extremely advanced analytics suite to help them really understand what are customers doing on their site. So Hotjar and Clarity for heat maps, session recording, so on and so on. Google Analytics, obviously Amplitude. The point here is they're not just relying on Google Analytics. There's a very, very advanced analytics stack that they're using. And in addition to testing and personalizing the experience, they're just really trying to understand what are the customers doing and what information do they want. So just a really awesome tech stack enabling a truly world-class product page experience. Having said that, no product page is perfect. There's always things that can be done better. So let's go ahead and take a look at what can NatureMade do better on their product page to further increase conversion rate. We'll take the same approach. We'll start above the fold with the buy box and then go below the fold to the bottom of the product page. And starting above the fold, while I was really complimentary of their assets in general, assets are the most important thing on your product page, and there are some areas that NatureMade can improve upon. The first one being the slot one image. This is arguably the most important asset on your product page in that it's the first image that someone sees. And while I like that the product is very big in this slot one image, it's because it's best practice to use as much real estate as possible. I definitely recommend bringing the product to life a bit more, not just having an image of the product on a plain white background, but showing the ingredients, showing some color. A great example in the health and supplement space is what Bloom does in their slot one image. It's a colorful background. They're not just showing the product. The product is very clear, but they're showcasing the ingredients. You're seeing it in a juice, so on and so on. So I do think they could definitely, at a minimum, further test what is the best slot one image, leveraging some CRO best practices. Aside from that, I would try, like I said, these infographics are extremely important, but I would add assets to the asset carousel and bring it to life a little bit with people, user-generated content. And this isn't content that they need to create. If you look at their Instagram page, everything is showing people, showing the actual pills, having people talk about it. They're just missing arguably one of the most important things on a product page and just for conversion rate optimization in social proof. And that could be images, videos, super important to have them above the fold, but I would highly recommend putting them everywhere, below the folds, just bringing a bit more personality to this and emotion with real people. The only other thing I would point out above the fold that I think would definitely help them increase conversion rate is adding some product guarantees in terms of if you don't like it, return policy, and also helping people understand when they'll receive this or if it's free shipping and when they can expect it to be shipped and received at their home. Going below the fold, again, really love this below the fold experience. I would enhance it a bit more, like I mentioned, with user-generated content and social proof. But the other thing, this below the fold experience does a great job explaining the product. But an extremely important tactic to use below the fold, because people aren't just buying because of the product, they're buying because of the brand. So it's best practice below the fold to have brand content. And I think it's super important for NatureMade because they have 50 years of history. So they can really use that as a differentiator when someone's on the product page determining if they're going to buy the product or not. And then the other thing that would be great is they have this comparison chart with similar products, but I would love to see them showcase a comparison of NatureMade supplements to other leading brands in the space. I think that could help them out extremely from a CRO perspective. So that's everything I would do on the product page, but the biggest thing I would focus on if I'm NatureMade is a bit more personalization and really speaking to the end consumer, because you can buy in the supplement space, for fish oils, you could buy these for a number of reasons. And it's this concept of shop by benefit. And they do it really well from a merchandising perspective. So they have this by benefit. So perhaps, you go to eye health, right? And fish oil is one of the top products they recommend. I would follow this customer journey. If someone shops by eye health and then they go to this product page, let's talk about, yes, we could still explain that it's good for your heart and brain, but you want to focus on eyes here. Maybe even appending it in the product name, having an asset that highlights how important it is for eye health versus if someone, shops by heart health, as an example. Fish oil is recommended for this as well. So again, the same product, many people can arrive at the same product but want it for different reasons. And I would really look at what they're doing on the site, the filters they're using, the searching, the shop by benefit to say, to try and understand and personalize as much as possible to the problem that the person is trying to solve. So just taking their personalization to the next level. They can also do this quite a lot. You could really tell if you look at their Facebook ads library, they're relying heavily on discounts for top of funnel conversion, which makes sense. But there's a bit of a problem here. So you could see here, use code MULTIS25 to save 25%. I hit shop now and I never see that discount code again. So unless I go back to the ad or write it down or whatever, I'm going to kind of forget about this discount code. So what I would recommend is I know someone comes from this ad by the UTM parameter, either a banner on the site or when they get to the product page, just re-emphasize that code that I'm giving specific to them. Because you have multi-S here. Let's take a look at another one. We have save 25% off your first order with shop 25. So just going more towards personalization. They're sending a lot of offers based on the ads and where someone is in the customer journey. I would just make sure that based on that UTM parameter or the ad they're seeing with the offer, that it's re-emphasized once they get onto the site. But nonetheless, a really awesome product page experience for Nature Made. Appreciate you watching this and hope you got some value out of this and some things that you can apply to your brand. Thanks very much for joining us again, and take care.